Good morning po,
Good morning.
Secretary Singson. Actually, kanina binanggit niyo po na ang mga projects po ngayon ng DPWH ay mga national roads lang basically po. And gusto ko lang malaman, sino po ba ang tamang ahensya para doon sa pag-iisip po tungkol doon sa mga mini dams na lalo na po sa mga lalawigan natin. Kasi dito sa Metro Manila, sinasabi po ninyo na para po hindi magkaroon ng pagbabaha, yung pagkakaroon po ng mga water impounding, yung mga retarding basin. So, ang iniisip ko lang po pagdating po sa mga lalawigan po natin, syempre may mga dams po tayo and one of the causes din po yun ng pagbaha dito sa Metro Manila. Meron po ba tayong pag-iisip para po kung sakali ay itong mga farm po natin sa lalawigan ay magkaroon din po sila ng, makinabang din po sila dun sa pagdating ng peak season na may mga tubig po talaga, nakakapag-imbak po tayo.
Meron kaming tinatawag na convergence program with DA, NIA, and DNR. No? Hindi ka pareho nun na DPWH, sige lang ng sige ng flood control dito sa downstream, na NIA will do its own program, DNR will have its own reforestation and watershed management. We now have a convergence program at nag-a-identify kami based on the major river system. No? So ang approach namin ngayon, integrated water resource management on a river basin system. No? In other words, for example, tignan natin yung buong Pampanga River System, magmula sa Nueva Ecija up to the Sierra Madre Mountains. Tignan natin anong volume ng tubig ang dumadaloy dyan, saan ang pwedeng mag-imbak ng tubig para ganon yung nasa downstream, Bulacan, Pampanga, hindi masyadong makaranas ng baha. No? At pag nag-imbak ka din, magagamit mo for irrigation, mini hydro, domestic use, and flood management. No? Wala pong ganitong integration noon. No? So this is a very major change in the way we are addressing all of our water resources. No? We have identified 17 or 18 major rivers nationwide, covering 33 provinces. So, binubuo na namin yung master plan on a river basin system. No? Para ganon, magsama-sama na yung mga agencies that have something to do with water, no, to manage our water resources. Nakakalungkot, no? Pag bumagsak ang ulan, sobra-sobrang ulan, nakakaperwisyo pa.
Exactly.
Pag tagtuyot, wala man lang tayong magamit. No? So, it's a matter of managing our water resources. And we have adopted an integrated water resource management approach on a river basin. No? Para ganon, matignan natin dulot-dulo. No? Source of water all the way to outflow. And this will include integrating land use, no? Recovering all of our waterways, no? Removing the illegal obstructions on our waterways, no? So that we can manage it properly. Ang isang major project ng national government dito is to have scientific, reliable data collection system. No? So we have tasked, the national government has agreed to task DOST Pag-asa, no? To be able to give communities at least a 6-hour warning. No? Ito yung programa ng Pangulo. No? To task Pag-asa to roll out a system so that communities are given a 6-hour warning before a flood occurs. No? So ginagawa na ng DOST ang programang yan, so that DOST Pag-asa now has a program which will provide a flood modeling, flood warning system, no? Forecasting. Kasi alam natin dati yung anong volume ng umuulan, gano. And yet, hindi na integrate, hindi na papakinabangan yon. So now we are rolling out the necessary scientific measuring devices so that we will be able to predict before an occurrence happens na 6 hours, mabigyan man lang ng warning yung mga communities.
Thank you very much.
Tawagan natin si Alan Gatus.
Sa tanong ko lang kung kumusta po yung mga kalsada natin dito sa Metro Manila at may plano ho ba na magkaroon ng malawakang pagsasaayos o kaya kung hindi man, palawakin yung mga kalsada sa Metro Manila?
Kulang pa ba yung malawakang iririreklamo na kami ngayon na sabay-sabay? Kulang pa ba yung malawakang pagsasaayos na ginagawa namin?
Para makatulong dun sa pagluwag nung daloy ng trapiko sa Metro Manila.
Well, the most that we can do is increase capacity by making sure that the flow is smooth, no?
Yes.
Kasi kung lubak-lubak yan, nag-i-slow down, nakakabagal, no? So, if you will notice, we are upgrading the riding surface of our Metro Manila roads, no? Ang panaginip ko next year, no? Abisuhan ko na kayo, yung EDSA ang isusunod namin next year, no? So medyo paghandaan natin na there will be some inconvenience on EDSA, but we will try to improve the riding surface of EDSA, no? Na makatikim man lang ng EDSA ng makinis-kinis na riding surface, no? Yung mga ginagawa namin ngayon, which we are targeting to complete by end of this month, yung Rojas Boulevard, Quirino, Osmeña, and hopefully pati itong Ramon Magsaysay Avenue, no? So this is in preparation for the ADB Directors Summit or meeting, which is going to be on May 2, no? So tinatapos namin yan, and we are using also new specifications for our asphalt overlay, no? So we want to really improve the riding surface, no? But aside from that, we are completing our master plan for NCR. We are planning new bridges to cross Pasig River. Ang isa dyan is to cross a bridge over Pasig in between C5 and EDSA, no? So matatandaan nyo, there's a Fort Bonifacio development, and then it crosses, potentially it can cross Pasig River and towards the Mandaluyong all the way to Julia Vargas, no? That's one. We are also improving, natapos na namin yung Marcos Highway, no? Palagi ko naman, wala na kaming maririnig na reklamo riyan dahil napakakinis na yan. Ang susunod na problema namin dyan, aksidente naman dahil mukhang overspeeding naman yung problema ron. Talagang ganun yata yung history ng Pilipino. Pagka nakakita ng makinis, overspeeding ang susunod na problema, no? So, we continue to improve the road network in Metro Manila.
Thank you. At huling katanungan na po galing kay June Ligaspi. At pagkatapos po nito, Mr. Secretary, pwede yung huling pananalita na po ninyo. June?
Gandang tanghali po, sir. Sir, pwede lang magpa-update sa mga GMA bridges. Accurate po ba yung mga 3,000 modular steel bridges ang nakatiwangwang sa Subic at sa Davao?
Hindi totoo yan, ano? Baka panels ang ibig mo sabihin. Ibig sabihin, kasi yung dati, ginagamit yung modular steel bridges, no? Kahit maikli yung tulay, no? And we have done our studies na pag kayo maikli lamang yung tulay, it is more cost efficient to do concrete, no? So ginagamit na lang namin yung mga steel spans na yan for bridges that are longer than 35 meters, no? Kasi yung mga steel bridges na yan, puros imported yan, no? Unang-una. Pangalawa, mas mataas ang cost niyan kaysa sa regular, conventional concrete bridges. So pag ginamit mo yung steel bridge na yan at saka maliit, maikli lamang yung itatawid mo, lumalabas napakataas ng cost, no? So we continue to use whatever steel bridges we have nang mas itama sa gamit, no? Yung mahaba dahil mas mabilis ikabit nga yan, no? Pero kung maikli naman at hindi namang apurahan yan, hindi mo naman kailangan bukas, hindi naman, halimbawa sa urban centers yan, why do you need to use steel bridges? No?
Sir, isa pa. Active ngayon ang DNR tsaka DOTC, then admitted sila yung pollution sa Metro Manila is talagang deteriorating. Ano po yung update natin dun sa funding ng road board sa Motor Vehicle Inspection Center sa LTO? Para yung ating air pollution ay once and for all malutas.
Meron, if you recall, there's a certain percentage of the road users tax that is allotted for anti-pollution measures and air quality. No? So DOTC still has a balance with the road board, no, of about close to 3 billion that they can utilize for precisely to improve the air quality. And I am aware that Secretary Mar Rojas is already preparing a program to utilize the road users tax that is allocated. Kasi nung mga nakaraan, ang pinapopondohan riyan, pagtatayo ng mga LTO offices at hindi na ako pumapayag na gamitin yung road users tax for buildings. Hindi naman yun ang intention dyan eh. Yung sinabmit kasi nung mga nakaraan, maglalagay ng maliit na portion for testing. Pero yung bigger portion nun, LTO office. This was not intended for buildings.
Sir, ilan yung target ng funding ng road board na yan para dun sa inspection center na yan?
It is really up to the OTC. They just submit their proposal to the road board and then we evaluate whether it is aligned or according to the provision of that particular funding source.
Currently, sir, meron nang naisubmit ang DOTC.
Meron na sila pero as I said, meron pa silang balanse dun sa
3
road users tax.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Maraming salamat at hingan na po natin ng huling pananalita si Secretary Singson. Pagkatapos po nito, Mr. Secretary, mayroon po tayong mga ilang katanungan na off the air na po natin.
Well, again, I'd like to thank PIA for this opportunity para may paliwanag namin yung mga ongoing programs. Napakaliwanag na po ang aming linatad na programa sa DPWH between now until 2014 and 2016. We have 31,000 kilometers of national roads that we have to fix. So nakalatad na po yan. Uunahin po namin tapusin lahat ng arterial or what we refer to as primary, which is a little over 15,000 kilometers. Lahat po ng gravel roads pa dyan dapat paved by 2014 at lahat po ng hindi pa paved na secondary by 2016. No? So, tuloy-tuloy po yung programang yan at saka meron din pong bridge upgrading and flood control projects. No? Now, dito po sa Metro Manila, binibigyan na po namin ng tuon ng pansin yung pag-aayos, no? At smoothening of the riding surface of our national roads in Metro Manila and to make our national roads safer for pedestrians. So we have very close coordination with MMDA and the LGUs para ganon ma-implement itong Safer Roads Program and better quality roads for our national roads. Yun lang po.